In the garage, amidst the scent of oil and old wood, my dad kept a box. It wasn't treasure, not in the way you'd think. It was just an old dented toolbox, the kind you see at a flea market. But for me, it held the entire world. When I was a kid, maybe 8 or 9, that box was a mystery I was desperate to solve. Dad would pull it out on Saturdays, the clatter of its contents echoing in the quiet garage. He'd be fixing a squeaky door, a wobbly chair, or my perpetually broken bike. I'd watch, mesmerized, as his hands, calloused and sure, would pick out a wrench or a screwdriver. He never explained what he was doing, not in words. He'd just hum a quiet tune and work. One day, I finally got the courage to ask, "Dad, can you teach me?" He looked at me, a slow smile spreading across his face, and simply patted the stool next to him. That was my invitation. He didn't give me a lecture. He handed me a piece of scrap wood and a small hammer. "Feel the weight of it," he said. "Learn its balance." My first few swings were clumsy, the nails bending into sad, crooked shapes. I got frustrated, ready to give up. Dad didn't scold me. He just took another nail, held it steady, and with a few confident taps, drove it straight in. "It's not about strength," he explained. "It's about knowing where to hit." That garage became our classroom. We didn't just fix things. We built them. A lopsided birdhouse, a bookshelf that leaned just a little to the left, a go-kart made from an old lawnmower engine. Each project was a lesson, not just in carpentry, but in patience. When a piece didn't fit, he'd say, "Well, the wood has a different idea. Let's listen to it." He taught me that mistakes weren't failures. They were just chances to find a new solution. Years passed. High school, college, a job in the city, the garage visits became less frequent. The old toolbox sat in its corner, gathering a thin layer of dust. I was busy building a career, a life of my own, with tools far more complex than a hammer and nails. Then one day, I came home to visit. My own son Leo was 8, and he was staring at the same dented toolbox with the same wide-eyed curiosity I once had. I saw my dad watching from the doorway, that same slow smile on his face. He nodded at me, a silent message passing between us. I walked over, blew the dust off the lid, and opened it. The familiar clatter filled the air. "You want to see what's in here?" I asked Leo. He nodded eagerly. I pulled out the small hammer I had used all those years ago. It felt impossibly light in my hand now. "Feel the weight of it," I heard myself say, the words echoing my father's from a lifetime ago. I handed it to Leo. His small hands wrapped around the handle, and as he looked up at me, his eyes full of wonder and determination. I didn't just see my son. I saw myself, a nervous kid on a stool, and standing behind me, I felt the quiet, steady presence of my own father. The toolbox wasn't just for fixing things. It was for building connections, for passing down not just skills, but a legacy of love, patience, and the quiet joy of creating something together. Thanks so much for watching and sharing this moment with me. If this story resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.